T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life.
And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I never held him.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you God damn you.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Baby, ooh, 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 baby.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today is Sunday. Today is the horror bracket tournament finale. It's the finals. We've made it. Week 8. 8 weeks in a row. And with me on Sundays, as always, Mad Matt from Mad Matt's Mask. What is up, my man? How you doing today?
Michael, I'm doing fantastic, buddy. I'm doing fantastic. I'm representing your boy Jason Voorhees tonight, man. I
Well
thought
done.
thought
Well
you'd
done.
probably dig that. And it is, man. It's the finale. It is the finale. And you know, I was talking about this with our good friend James today, and you know, I'm not going to give any spoilers. We all have, our movies or so that we think might go all the way, but you never know, Michael. You never know. With our group here, you're talking worldwide. We're a small little piece here. So, do we have the majority of the Nightmare fans, the Halloween fans? I have my idea where I think it's going to go, but like I said, buddy, we never know. I'm excited. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me as always, man. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, man. I can't wait to get into this one. This is the smallest tournament that we've done. We've done between 20 and 24 movies for every one, and this is 7. So this would definitely give us a chance to kind of hang out a little bit tonight, and we won't have to push through so fast, because usually when we go through 24 movies, it's just like, you've got to go. Otherwise, you're going to be on here for 4 hours, and we pushed 3 hours quite a few times doing this throughout the week. So
we absolutely have.
So yeah, these are definitely time consuming for sure. This one will be a little easier tonight. We could talk about a few other things as well. I've got a little piece of an article from Bloody Disgusting that I'd like to talk about, because usually I do news on Fridays. I wasn't able to do news last Friday, so this is one piece that I definitely wanted to get your perspective on. And then, everybody in the chats as well to see what they think. And speaking of the chat, man, let's see who we got here tonight. And it wouldn't surprise me if it would be a smaller crowd tonight. It is the playoffs, and the Bills are currently at halftime with the Chiefs. And trust me, I get it. It is football playoff time. Let's see. Jerry Wilson is in the chat saying, "Let's get it, Thug Life." What is up, Jerry? I hope you're doing well, buddy.
What's up, Jerry?
The Horror Corner's in the chat saying hi to everyone. What is going on? What is going on?
Miles, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you.
Lydia is in the chat saying Heidi Ho, officers. What is up, Lydia?
Heidi Ho, Lydia.
And Val from Val's Views is in the chat. The General is in the chat saying hello to everyone. The General always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. What is going on, Val? I hope you're doing well.
Good to see you, Val.
And James has entered the chat. The Shape is in the chat saying, hi, everybody. This will be the final event. Yes, it will. This is the final event. What is up, James? I'm glad you're here, buddy.
What's up, James? I know I have a really good idea who you're pulling for, my friend. I have a really good idea. Slumber Party Massacre, man. I love it.
That's where it's at. Sleepaway Camp 3.
Sleepaway Camp 3.
What I wanted. That's where I wanted it to be. Bobot Polar's in the chat saying, hey, everyone, what's going on, Polar? Polar's Lions won today. Congratulations to everyone in Detroit. It has been a minute since you've been there. Congratulations. What is going on, Polar?
Yeah, welcome, Polar. That's awesome.
Mad Mom, aka Teresa Stevens, is in the chat saying, hello, gang. It's Mad Mom here saying hi from Myrtle Beach. What is going on, Teresa? I hope you are having fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome, Mother, and yeah, I'm jealous. She sent me the picture of her view as she comes out of her room there, and it's right on the beach. It's gorgeous, much better than my view here. So yeah, we miss you, Mom, but yeah, I hope you're having fun and welcome.
Derpiest of Derps is in the chat saying, hi guys, I won't be able to stay for long, but I just wanted to drop in real quick. Well, I appreciate you dropping in. Thank you. And I hope you're we're happy to have you here, and I hope you're having a good day.
Yeah, welcome, and noted. Like it's awesome. You don't always have to, like you said earlier, Michael. Sometimes we go 2.5, 3 hours, man.
Yeah.
If you stick with us the whole time, that's awesome. But if you also just drop in for a few, that's great too. So yeah,
definitely. Eric from the Bearded Entertainment is in the chat saying there can only be one. Who's gonna win it? That's a good question. What's going on, Eric?
When we're gonna find out. Yeah, what's up, Eric? Good to see you, buddy.
Melissa is in the chat. What is going on, Melissa? I hope you're doing well.
Welcome, Melissa.
Let's see. Kim is in the chat saying, "Hey, all. Hope everyone had a great weekend." What is going on, Kim? Hope you have a great weekend too.
Yeah, right back at you, Kim. My weekend's been fantastic. I hope it's been for you as well, Kim. Welcome to the show.
John is also in the chat. He's saying, "Hi, all. No drama tonight. Halloween 78, taking it all. It's a fight for seconds."
I don't know. But welcome, John. Good to see you, buddy. I don't know, man.
Clayton from Ages of Fear is in the chat saying, "What's up, boys? Game time." What is up, Clayton? If you haven't checked out Ages of Fear podcast yet, hop over on YouTube to Ages of Fear and check out his podcast. I hope you're doing well, my man.
Yeah, welcome, buddy.
I get everybody? I think I get everybody. I did get it. Look at me. Right through. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice, Michael.
And like
nice.
4 people pop up like, "Oh, you missed them." It's like, I do my best. I do my best. But one thing I did want to talk to you guys about, before we get started on all this stuff, it's super cool, but yet I want to get everybody's opinion on this. And real quick before I do that, Tim is in the chat saying, "Hey, y'all, gonna watch you in the game at the same time, or at least try." Trust me, man. I get it. I'm doing a show, and I would be lying if I didn't say that game is on a TV right there. So I'm locked in as well, man. I get it. It's playoff time. Happy to have you here, bud.
You always notice that, Michael, with your eyes when you've got a game going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'll go like this, like, oh, you know what I mean? Like that's when you know. That's when you know. But man, it's playoff time, and I guarantee that February 11th, we will not have a Sunday show. That is the Super Bowl. I'm not doing a show that weekend. So I think that's like 2 weeks away or so. We'll take a break that weekend because we've been going really hard on Sundays for a minute before we miss. But there will be no show Super Bowl Sunday.
Don't you?
I'm sorry.
Plus, you have that big performance, don't you? At halftime of the football game.
I do. But see, that was supposed to be a surprise. I wasn't going to announce that until next week.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just excited. I'm sorry. I've seen some of the dance moves you've been choreographed, and it's killer, dude. They're in for a show.
Who would have thought I could tap dance and do ballet at the same time, right? I mean, that's freaking amazing.
Shocked me, man.
Putting on, ballet tights and tap dancing shoes is crazy, but we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done.
Long as you look good, buddy. Long as you look good.
That's right. We're gonna get it done. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna happen. Somebody somewhere is gonna be like, "Well, I thought Michael said he was gonna be at the halftime show." Somebody's gonna do it. But this article from Bloody Disgusting.
Eminem and Michael.
Yeah.
It's the halftime show.
Hell yeah.
And then the Stones.
Yeah, and I'm closing too, right? They're all opening for me. I'm closing.
Oh my gosh.
Completely.
Anywho.
But this article, I do want to talk a little bit about it because it is Bloody Disgusting interviewing Dwight Little, who made Halloween 4. And a question was asked, something that we've talked about on the channel, about a sequel to Halloween 4. And this is what he had to say. The question was asked, considering the greater appreciation for Halloween 4, many fans are clamoring for more Rachel and Jamie, particularly a direct sequel to your film. If that would ever come into conversation, would you do it? Dwight Little's reply was, not only would I do it, I've actually pitched it. You keep Rachel alive, follow through with Jamie and Rachel. Ellie Cornell is alive and well and living in the East Coast. And I just worked with Danielle Harris and she's a doll. I think that that's a great movie. I think that they should call it Halloween 4 Part 2. Just be upfront about it and say what it is because that's what it would be. In my own opinion, more than a TV show. I think that would get a lot of attention. Halloween 4 Part 2. That was his answer when asked.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It is. There's a couple things with that. First thing that comes to mind, he says in the article, I pitched it. right? So that means that I've talked to somebody about it. But did you talk to the Akkads about it? Did you have a formal meeting about it? Or did you just throw it out there like, hey, how about a sequel to Halloween 4? It'd be great. Like how far did that pitch go? And what was said? You know what I mean? Like what was said to him about it? How would you feel about a continuation? So continuing Halloween 4, you're gonna say 5, 6, is gone. No Thorn trilogy. Like that didn't happen. So we're gonna pick right back up. Looking at that, meaning that Rachel doesn't die in 5, and you've picked them up. I mean, shit, that came out in what, 88? So 98, 2008, 2018. We're looking at almost 40 years, coming up on 40 years by the time they filmed it and everything, roughly ish, something like that. What would you think about, Halloween 4?
All right.
Part 2.
I got to get serious here. That's a great question, Michael. Oh, that's heavy. Okay. So first, I want to start off with, he used the word pitch, which tells me that it was more than him just sending an email to a buddy in the industry. You know what I'm saying? You don't use the word pitch unless you, in my opinion, unless you actually like put something together and had something to actually lay out, bring to someone. So I think it sounds to me, that's how I take it. He went kind of far with it, actually said, hey, I've got this idea, met with someone, laid it all out there. That's just how I take the word. I've pitched it. You know what I mean? I didn't just say, hey, Bob, I think it'd be cool if I did a sequel. What do you think about that through text message? That's not a pitch, if you ask me. So sounds like he's tried for it, which is really cool. But yeah, just like all the questions you said, who did he talk to? When did this occur? How long ago was this? But as far as getting a sequel to 4, I think it's absolutely awesome. 4 is one of my favorites in the franchise. And it sucked, having Rachel just, done away with at the very beginning of part 5. And I'm a huge Daniel Harris. Having them back, man, in a continuation of 4, I'm 110% on board with that, Michael. I think it'd be awesome. And I like how he says, just call it,
Halloween 4 part 2.
Yeah, keep it real, keep it simple, because that's what it's going to be. So, man, I love it. But honestly, do you have any idea like how long ago this all came about?
So the article was a week ago.
Okay.
So what you read is what I know.
Okay.
That's what was put out.
Sounds fresh.
Well, so here's my concerns with it. This is where I've wanted. Before I give you my concerns, let me tell you this. Yes, I do want that. Nothing would make me happier than to have that as a Halloween fan. Like we are diehard Halloween fans, right?
Yes.
We are, we can nitpick it to death. We can look at all that stuff. My concern with this has always been the broader audience, the casual horror fans, the people that don't really give a shit about the story. Now, would they be able to understand this, from a casual fan, someone that doesn't really follow it, but it's just like, hey, I'm going to go see that new Michael Myers movie because I want to, watch something scary.
Yeah.
Is that going to, well, wait a minute. Why is he here now? And who is this? Because Michael just got grinded up in a thing, in a grinder in it. You know what I mean? Like, would it appeal to the wide audience? You looked at Halloween 2018, that came out and did what, like $256 million. It came out big.
Yeah.
They sold it as the sequel to Halloween, the original John Carpenter Halloween. We're going to make a sequel to this. It's going to come out. Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back. John Carpenter's coming back. At the time when they announced it, Nick Castle was coming back, to play the Shape. there are a lot of people with that sentimental, I remember seeing Halloween at the drive-in in the 70s. I'm going to go, because it was awesome. Now, when you come out and say, this is a continuation to, the people that don't watch it like we do, this is a continuation of Halloween 4. They're sitting there like, which one was that one? Was that the one where he went to the school? Was that the one where, you know what I mean? As a broad audience. That's my only concern, that it wouldn't do well from a box office standpoint, because outside of our horror group, not meaning ours, but the horror group in general, people that like horror to the amount of following every little thing with it, it is a small portion of people that go to see movies, and it is a small portion of the money, made by movies. So that's my only concern with it. As far, will I go see it? Yes, 100%. I would be stoked. I would be stoked to see that. I'd love to see what he does with it. 100%.
Yeah, and it's almost like I agree with you, and I disagree with some things. I 100% see what you're saying as far as, and like this whole new generation. We've got a whole another generation where the first time they saw Michael was 2018. You know what I mean? They don't know much of the older stuff, or like you said, even care. But what I think really helps it is Halloween, the name alone. So if you've got the name, they know there's Michael Myers, there's Halloween, and it's a good film.
Yeah.
I would like, I see your points, but if it's, if they called it, I don't know, The Revenge Part 2 or something, no, it's gonna, but the name is big enough. So I don't know. Would they just go do their research before the film and check out Part 4? And I don't know. It's a real toss up in my opinion. Right. But I see what you're saying, but the name does carry a lot of weight, man. It does carry a lot of weight. You slap Halloween up there, are they going to go, whether it says that it's ends chapter 5, or if it says, part 4, the continuation, part 2 of 4, you know what I'm saying? Right. As long as they know it's a Halloween movie, they're getting Michael Myers, let's do it, So
I mean, you look at the diminishing returns. You look at the diminishing returns of, David Gordon Green's trilogy. Halloween 2018 made 255. Halloween Kills, I think it made 130. Halloween Ends made 110. You know what I mean? Like, that's diminishing returns right there alone. It's funny. You know what I mean? Like, by those standards, if the name was going to pull them in, the name would have pulled them in for all 3 of those. But it didn't, so it's funny, but then again, what do I know? I'm just some guy with a microphone, right? That is just the first thing that comes to my head to say, is that something that would appeal to mass audience to where they could put $30 million into this movie and say, yes, this was a success for us and it was worth our time in doing, that's the only thing, for me. Let's check out the chat. Let's see what we got. Sarah Campbell's in the chat saying hello, everyone. What is up, Sarah? I'm glad you made it. Welcome, you made it. Sarah. DJ's Plays Favorites is in the chat as well, saying hello. What is going on, DJ? Let's see. When we started talking about that, Val said, hell yes, hell yes, hell yes. Yeah, I'd love to see it too.
One big question though, can we have a different mask, please?
That I was gonna ask about that too.
Please. Like, I don't care what you do with the story, you drop it in the sewer, whatever.
It got blasted by all the shotguns, because remember, you end 4, he's getting shot into that hole, right?
Yeah, and that was a long way down, man. Mask could come off. Yeah,
they could.
Yeah,
maybe you could even show it burning at the beginning. Kind of as like a, hey, he's got to get a new one.
Send it off, man. But like, I love the Part 5 mask. So that right there tells you I can get on board with any Michael Myers mask, because that thing is hideous, but it's so hideous it's grown on me. But for some reason I can't get on board with 4.
We watched a fan film over on Eric's channel last week, where Michael had, it was a basically a comedy, but it was done really well. Like, Michael looked like Michael. It did really well. It was like Halloween and Ghostface, best buds, I think it was. and Michael had all his masks like on his shelf, you know, and he picks up the part 5. He walks out and he throws it in the garbage can and goes back inside and picks up a different one. I was like, damn, Michael doesn't even want that mask.
Wow.
Tim is saying, Michael, I've spoken to Daniel Harris about this at Scarefest. Awesome.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. James is saying best halftime show was Who's Singing Out Trump's all. What? Best halftime show was The Who. Okay, The Who. I got you. Hell yeah, man. That's cool stuff. John is saying I'd love to see it, but it will never happen. Yeah,
it's doubtful. I do think it's doubtful. Yeah. But
Polar asking, undoing Rachel's death? Yes. Does she still act? As far as I know, she doesn't. I haven't seen her in anything. So I don't think she does, but I mean, you know, if she's coming back for that Halloween money and to kind of fix what happened to her character, I don't know. I bet she'd do it. You know, they have a way of bringing people back. They do.
Yeah, I can't recall seeing her in anything at all.
Yeah. Tim is saying they thought about doing this in a TV series, alternate Halloween universes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, it flat out says in the article, in my own opinion, more than a TV show. You know what I mean? So he's basically saying that he doesn't want to do that as a TV show. So I don't really know, what direction he was going on, with that. Because he came out and said, like, it's more than a TV show. So I don't know how that falls into.
But I'm sorry, if I can get a Halloween TV show, that sounds awesome to me.
Well, Miramax won the bid to do that. So we should be getting a Halloween TV show and a movie. Well, we should be. We'll see what happens.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I did know that. It's just, I hope it comes to light. Because that sounds incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt they'd pay all that money not to do anything with it. Like,
man, I gotta get home. I'm on episode 5 of the Halloween. Dude, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. Clayton is saying if they need an extra to be killed off, call me up. I'm getting ripped by Michael would be the greatest honor of my life. Getting killed by Michael Myers in a Michael Myers movie. Oh yeah. I dig it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tim is saying they won't do it as a movie, guys. Again, if anything, it would be a TV series. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, it's interesting. For Rocked, period. The mask sucked, but the movie was fun as hell. It'd be awesome. I'm doubtful that would happen. I just don't know what the next Halloween movie is gonna be. I have no idea. It's so all over the board.
It's a fun thing to talk about, though. Like, the fact that the guy who made it was like, hell yeah, I do that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Usually if you throw those scenarios, like, what if they continue Halloween 4? What if usually a director's like, yeah, fuck that, I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? But this guy's like, hell yeah, I do it. Like, and I know how I do it. And I've already pitched it.
You're right. A lot of them, once they've done that, they're good. They're done. They're not. Yeah. And for him to come back and be, I've pitched it. I would love it. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Russell Dorsey saying, what's up, everyone? I smashed that like button. I hope everyone is having a wonderful night. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hi, Michael and Matt. What's up, Russell? What is going on, my man?
Russell, what's going on, man? Clear something up with me, Russell. I know I talked to you guys and asked a couple questions. Who you'd like to see me dress up as. Was it you, Russell, who mentioned maybe Freddy Krueger? Because I haven't forgotten that, and I'm putting that together. I'm getting my brainstorming going on how to bust out a Freddy Krueger, keep the headphones and all that. But yeah, so I haven't forgot you, buddy. I'll get Freddy Krueger on this screen. But he's not an easy one to do. No,
he's not. Clayton is saying, I hate the H4 and H5 mask, but I hate the H4 mask less. I'm not a big fan of either one.
I love 5. I love 5. Love it. I love that mask. It's become one of my favorites, guys. I know that's blasphemy for everyone else, but it's becoming one of my favorites. And I know it's hideous. It's just, man.
James says H5 mask is awesome and he loves it.
Yeah, Jay, there you go. There you go. I can always count on you, James. Damn it, I love you, buddy.
The closest mask to 78 is James Jude Courtney's mask, in my opinion. Yeah, dude, he killed. Dude, I love the 18 and the kill. I even like the ends mask. I think that they look good.
It's funny. I like the 18 too, but you remember I've told you, Michael, when I first saw it, I did not. I think it was just so different. You know, but at first I didn't care for it. But a lot of things for me take a minute. I love it now. But it's my favorite out of the trilogy. You know, the burns and the molding and all that's cool. But that original, or not original, but that first and the trilogy was pretty awesome.
Tim is saying he doesn't want to do it as a TV show, but that was the only way they will. That's why he's saying he doesn't want that. He'd rather do
I get that. It sounds like that to me as well.
Let's see. Tim is also saying the 2018 kills are my favorite after 1 and 2. I freaking love the kills mask. That's my love it.
Tim, also, how you feeling, buddy? I know you've been down and out for a little bit, man. Hopefully it's good to see you on here. I hope you're feeling better, my friend.
Bobby Pelfrey's in the chat saying, "Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. What is up, my man? All good, all good."
Yeah, welcome, Bobby. Welcome.
So let me get this set up for the bracket and we could start looking at these final movies. I'm excited to do this, man. I'm freaking excited to do this one. I should have probably set this up ahead of time, but that just wouldn't be my style to be prepared. Now, what
You know what I've even been thinking lately is, you know, because we've had so many, especially in the 80s, we had so many like B movies brought up. Sounds like we've got a lot of, you know, fans of some of those B movies. Maybe one day we can do a battle of the B movies. You know, who is king of the B movies for 1970? It's an interesting route to go down.
The battle of the B movies.
Yeah, man.
I like it.
Battle of the Bees.
All right, Matt. So I did prepare already, though. I did fill this out. I just didn't share it. So this has been your job up to this point, and you are going to give me a number between 5 and 15 to shuffle these up. Now, before you do, let me go over our list. The winner from the 1970s was Halloween 1978. The winner from the 1980s, Part 1, was A Nightmare on Elm Street, the OG. 1980s Part 2 was Friday the 13th, Part 6. That was a shocker for me. The 1990s Scream won. The 2000s through 2009, Friday the 13th, the remake won. From 2010 to 2019, Halloween 2018 won. And from 2020 to current state, Halloween Kills won. That's
easy cracker.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was slashers. Like, slashers represent all 7 spots.
Slashers are
in
king,
this.
man. I'm not hating on that. But I think the biggest shocker there for me was Friday 6.
Or Friday 2009. Because you got to think, that beat out Texas Chainsaw. No, you know what? I take all that back. My biggest was Halloween Kills. I can't believe that won 2020 to 2000 to now. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And believe me, I love me some kills.
I kind of get that one. Yeah. This wouldn't be my list, but hey, that's this probably wouldn't be anybody's exact list. So,
truth. So that was the winner. That was the winner. No, those were the winners that we had from all the decades leading up to now, from the 1970s. So they're all written down on here. They're all on here, Matt. And if you could just give me a number between 5 and 15.
You got it, buddy. We're just going to go with 6.
So I'm going to shuffle these 6 times, and you'll be able to see them move on the screen each time I do that. So I'll blow this up so most people can see this here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Oh my God. The first one's craziness. The first one is absurd. It is absurd. In our first one,
Man.
I should probably start the tournament. I always forget to do that.
Dude, that is absurd.
In the first one, we have Halloween 1978 versus A Nightmare on Elm Street. These are 2 juggernauts. Oh my God, man.
Absolutely they are. Absolutely they are.
And yeah, these are tough.
Sometimes I feel like maybe there's some people out there that don't realize how much I do enjoy A Nightmare on Elm Street, only because I don't talk so highly of the entire franchise, but has nothing to do with that original, man. I absolutely love it. And, you know, there's a few in the franchise I can get down with, but I do love that original. Make no mistake about it.
Oh, yeah. It's good, man. It's a good movie.
It is. It was different from the time, and like, who is this Freddy guy? He is badass. I want knives on my fingers. Like, hell yeah.
For me, you know, when I put these 2 movies, and this isn't to take away anything from either of them, Halloween 1978 is my favorite slasher of all time, movie-wise. So I can't put it above A Nightmare on Elm Street on my end, but if someone were to come to me and say A Nightmare on Elm Street is better than Halloween, and I would be like, all right, you know, like, that's not like you said Halloween Resurrection is better than the original Halloween, you know, then I'd ask some questions. But if someone came up to me and said, hey, I like the original Nightmare on Elm Street better than I like the original Halloween, I'd be like, all right, I can see that. I can definitely see that. So to me, this one, there is no wrong answer. Whoever wins this one, it's like, yeah, 100%. I get it. You know, these were kind of 2 that I didn't really want to go against each other in the very beginning.
No.
It felt like these 2 would be hanging around at the end. You know what I mean? Like, I really feel like if A Nightmare on Elm Street was on one end of the bracket and Halloween was on the other, I feel like they would meet each other in the final round. I do, because these are some juggernauts right here. So, what are you thinking about these 2?
Somebody's got to go.
Somebody's got to go.
When I look at these, just like you said, I just think it's just cool to see these 2 paired up together. I just think iconic is what comes to mind. Just how iconic both of these films were and how relevant they are still today is just crazy impressive. You know, Michael, I've told you over and over, you've witnessed it, you know, hanging out at the shop. Michael sells to this day more than any other slasher or horror icon that I can absolutely think of. He just, something about him, man. Everyone is just infatuated. And then you've got Freddy Krueger, dude. You've got Robert Englund, and make no mistake about it, he's got a nasty fan base as well. He's got a nasty fan base. And what helps him as well is that he was Freddy basically all the way through until we got that remake, you know, where Michael's we've had, you know, I don't even know if I can count them all, but so that makes Robert much bigger than like a Nick Castle alone or a, you know, James Jude alone. So that carries a lot of weight as well. But I know where I'm going, bud. You know, and but I hate to see it go, but I'm going Halloween 1978.
Let's see what the chat has to say. It looks like we are getting a somewhat decent. Well, well, well. Denisha's in the chat saying, hit that thumbs up button. Thanks, Denisha, and I hope you're doing well. Really glad you're here.
Welcome, Denisha.
getting it's I think it's not as lopsided as it was looking before.
Dad busting out the Halloween 78. I love it.
Jeff D'Angelo's into chat as well, saying, "Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. Kaylee is watching from her house. What is going on?
Yeah.
What is going on, you guys?
Welcome, Jeff. Welcome, Kaylee. Good to see you on here, girl.
And Halloween has taken it.
I thought it'd be closer. I honestly did.
Halloween has taken it. So it will move on. Friday the 13th, or Nightmare on Elm Street has fallen out. All right, you guys. The next round. Friday the 13th, part 6 versus Halloween Kills.
Ooh.
Friday, part 6 versus Halloween Kills. This is a good one.
That is a good one. This excites me. I actually got to, step back and think a minute. Damn. Okay.
Did it give you little tinglies everywhere?
Yeah, man. This is fun.
Oh, yeah.
When I start rubbing my hands together and get that think tank going, that's what I love, man. Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead and talk about these for a little while, Michael, because I got some thinking to do.
Well, shit. I mean, I could. I could sit here and talk about each one of these movies and everything that happens and everything I liked and didn't like. But when you throw these two in the ring together, man,
I enjoy 6.
You're looking at C.J. Graham. You're looking at Tom Matthews. You had the killer and you had 2 Tommies in these movies, right? I definitely think that Friday 6 had the better Tommy, for sure. Out of this, I think Tom Matthews, he was yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say it because I'm gonna say it because it's the first that came to my mind. I think I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna go slightly. I'm talking ever so slightly with Halloween Kills, and that's really showing my love for Mikey. But it's a close one,
Yep.
Michael. You know how much I love the Friday the 13th franchise, and 6 is a very good installment. C.J. Graham was a beast as Jason. And Tom Matthews. You're right. He was awesome in 6. Dear gone it, man. And then Kills, I'm all over the board. There's times I'm watching Kills like, oh god, and there's times where I'm like out of my seat excited with Kills. Kills is one of those movies like, ups and downs and Kills for me like crazy. Where I
just look at it like I'm holding these 2 movies together right now.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Which one am I watching? That's where I'm at right now, because I think these movies are very similar, in my like for, if someone was like, hey, Michael, let's watch Halloween Kills, I'll be like, cool. If someone was like, hey, Michael, I changed my mind, let's watch Friday 6, I'd be like, cool.
Can I see what you're going to go with real quick?
Sure.
I feel like you're a little bit more of a Kills fan even than I am.
I am a Kills fan.
So I'd be shocked if you don't go with Kills. I think, but hey, I don't know.
Well, I'm going to look at it. You got the throwback scene in Kills, which was freaking ridiculously good. You got the firefighter scene in Kills, which was freaking awesome. You got the scene where he kills Marilyn Chambers and that whole ordeal that happened where he stabs the doctor through the eye and gets hit in the head with the box or the bag of rocks.
Yeah.
Or bricks. We call them bricks because that's basically what they were. Yeah. But then again, it turns around and then, you get these parts that make no sense to me, where it's just like, how the hell did this happen? Or why the hell did this happen? Now, when I watch Kills and like Kills, I have already accepted that I've dismissed the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I like Kills for what it is. It has problems. I'm aware of these problems, but I still like it anyway. And I think that comes down to Michael's brutality. I think it comes down to the look. I think it comes down. Yeah, that's really about it because the story is all over the place. It's really not that good. It's not. It's not a great story. A lot of the dialogue's really bad. Then I look at Friday 6 and I'm like, okay, let's talk about the things I like about 6. You brought Jason back from the dead. And not only did you bring him back, he came back a boss. The first thing he does is rips a dude's heart out with his hand. Right through the chest. That's dope. You get the little James Bond opening where it's poking a little fun at James Bond, where, Jason walks out, does a little turn and slashes instead of pulls the trigger on the gun. Cool. But I tend to have some issues with this to where it's like, I think there's a little bit too much comedy in this movie. Now, granted, I don't feel like it's ever really directed at Jason. The comedy isn't. But I think it could have been better. I really do. I think that this had the opportunity, based off the Jason they had, for it to be ridiculously brutal. So, yeah, at the end of the day, it's flipping a coin for me, man. I really don't have a solid winner, and here's why. But if I had to throw the two together, I would probably watch Halloween Kills before I would watch Friday 6.
I think so. That's what I thought.
Today. Like, who knows? That could change tomorrow.
And I agree with the comedy on 6 too. It's just bad comedy. It's just, does not ruin the movie for me whatsoever, because it's not like it's constant or anything like that, but it's just enough to be a little bit of a downfall for the film. You're just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like the little Weasley guy running through the woods with his big old socks and his nerdy glasses. It's just like, okay.
Yeah, you say it, it puts a smile on my face. Like, it doesn't make me hate it. It freaking makes me smile. Real quick, and I don't mean to interrupt you. Wayne Turner has jumped in the chat saying, hi all, it's 12:50 p.m. Monday here in Sydney, Australia. Sadly, I can't stay. I dropped by to say hi. Hashtag Wayne Life. Friday the 13th, part 6 by Miles. Enjoy, and bye all. All right, Wayne. Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So it's yeah. I'm going. I went Halloween. That's the direction you went as well?
Yeah. So
it looks like we're still waiting on that. Let's see what.
If you said a Friday the 13th, that's one more up in my ranking. I'd be going with the Friday the 13th. That's how close these were.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, there are Fridays that I think destroy kills. 6, on the other hand, I think it's right there with it, but I think I'd rather watch Kills.
I love the ending of 6 too. The boat.
Yeah,
I love it.
I love when he folds that freaking cop in half backwards. Like, I absolutely love that kill.
And the kids were pretty good. So what were you gonna be when you grew up?
Yeah,
hiding under the bed and all that. Like, yeah.
Russell saying you're a Friday the 13th fan, Michael, and you're not a fan of 6. That's hilarious.
No, he didn't say that, Russell.
See, this is what I talk about when we talk about things. You know what I mean? It's just like, but you said, and it's like, dude, I enjoy Halloween Kills more than I like 6. That doesn't mean that I'm not a fan of 6. That doesn't mean that I dislike 6. It doesn't mean that I hate 6. It doesn't mean that I'm not a fan of 6.
I think
it just means
picking at you.
I like Kills just a little bit more than I like 6. That's all that means. Let's see. DJ, Friday the 13th is my vote. Peter Anthony from Peter Anthony Productions in the house saying Halloween all day. Jerry Wilson is saying Halloween. Peter saying, I'm at the movie theater about to watch Founders Day, but I wanted to say, hey, what's up, Peter? I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, thanks for saying hello, buddy. Enjoy the film. I love going to the movie theater, man. I absolutely love
Clayton is saying I would probably agree with Matt. If it was any Halloween movie lower down on my Halloween ranking than Kills, I would go with Friday 6.
Yeah, they're close. They're close.
Russell likes giving me shit. That's
Yeah.
why I love him. That's why I love him so much. Speaking of which, Russell, I did finish Monarch, and we need to talk about that because that was freaking awesome. Lydia is saying, so with that, we are currently tied. And it's a 9-9. If you have not voted on this, please throw your vote in to break the tie. Otherwise, Matt and I we agreed, didn't we?
We sure did, bud.
We can break that tie. But let's give him another minute or so to see if someone else comes through and wants to throw their vote in. But man, 9-9, dude. Like that's a close one.
Hey, actually, while we're waiting on those to come in, have I got a chance to show you guys the new Michael Myers figure from Trick or Treat Studios that came out, the 7-inch?
You showed us Candyman.
Let me grab him real quick, Michael. You're gonna love this guy.
Yeah,
you're gonna get one in your collection. But he's sick. The eyes, Michael. You will love the eyes on this figure.
So there are none,
dude. They are. Like it's almost like you got to look in there real hard and you might see like an eyelid, maybe.
They should be,
which I like that, but they are black, Michael. Let me show you this.
All right.
I love this figure.
I can't wait to see it. I don't want to see. Look, when it comes to Michael, I don't want to see eyes. I don't want to see any eyes. Nothing. They should be voids. They should be hollow, black, nothing. That's what they should be. Russell is saying Monarch Legacy of Monsters had a crazy twist ending. Dude, it did have a crazy twist ending. And I will be honest with you, it almost freaking made me cry, that damn movie or that damn show. I swear to God. I'm getting more emotional in my older age. Like shit's like happening to me to where if something sad happens on something, I'm just like, I start feeling it. You know what I mean? And yeah, Legacy of Monsters.
Always when your friends walk into, you're crying on like a deodorant commercial. You know where
crying to it. Yeah, that last Old Spice commercial, it really got to me, man. They really touched on solid points. Let's see that figure, buddy.
Yeah,
hold on. Let me lower this so we can see that a little better.
I've got myself a little tangled up here. All right, let's see. Yeah, it is sick. It's heavy. Yeah, let's see if I can get him up there. Yeah, like that is Michael all day, right? Like he's got the knife there. The coveralls are screen accurate, weathered. Got the boots. Where am I going here? Yeah. Yeah, so that's
turn it around too. Turn it. Let's see the back.
So
I just want to see the hair on the back of the.
Yeah, it's a sick figure, man.
Yeah, that looks awesome, man. That's a good one.
Felt a little bit better.
Hell yeah, dude, that is a good one.
There he is, man. That's the new one from Trick or Treat Studios, and they're going fast. We got 12 of them and sold 6 this weekend, so they're going fast. But yeah, were you guys able to see it okay? Sometimes I can't tell.
Yeah, that's why I minimized the bracket and I took myself off of there so it blew you up on the screen. So
all right, cool.
They'd be able to see that.
Cool. Yeah, they're sharp, man. They're heavy. They are heavy figures.
Yeah.
Which I like that. But if any collectible, when it's heavy to me, just says that it's better quality. I feel like, you know,
it does. They're made better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely know they're made better. Clayton is saying, agreed, Michael. No eyes, no face, just the face of evil. It's got to be the shape, man. Like, he's just a shape. Like, there's nothing there. Yes, I agree. Russell is saying, did you like the ending of Reacher, Michael? And do you think there will be a season 3? Dude, yes, there will be a season 3. And yes, I really did like the end of Reacher. I thought it was good. They're building that family atmosphere 100%, man. And I may do a video on the whole season here soon, but I'm like 3 videos behind right now, but I will get to it.
Is that like an
James?
action series?
Yeah, and it's awesome.
I've only heard good things about it.
Yeah, it's good. James is saying I picked him up, love him, along with Farmer Vincent from Motel Hell.
Yeah,
That's a movie
yeah.
I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, they made a Farmer Vincent too. It looks sick. I've not seen Motel Hell yet.
I think I own Motel Hell. I do own Motel Hell. Yeah. This had Motel Hell. This had what's her name? The lady from Bowbreaker from Porky's was in it.
That's what a guy said today at the shop. Okay.
Yeah, that's it's not going to change your life. You know what I mean?
I didn't expect
like if you watch it, you remember those B movies we were talking about? It'd probably fit right in there. It'd probably go right in there.
I'm sure. But it seems like it's worth a viewing for sure.
Oh, definitely. Jeff says I love my new Myers figure. Tots nailed it.
They did, man. I was super impressed because there was a lot of like hype on this figure, and honestly, like I was excited, but I kind of thought it was like a little bit like, we've had tons of Myers figures. Why are they hyping this up? So then I got it in my hand, and I was like, okay, I see it. Thank you, Russell. Thank you, buddy.
John is saying collar fashionably popped. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah. Michael's collar absolutely has to be popped.
Bobby said you ruined it by opening it, Matt.
Everything I have is open. I guess my whole collection is just shit. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
All right, we got to break the tie. We have to break it. So we both went with Kills, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Kills is moving on.
That was cool. That was cool to see that those movies tied. That was cool because they were close, man.
This is another juggernaut, man. These are all going to be juggernauts, dude. We have Scream versus Halloween 2018.
Hot damn.
Scream.
I know where I'm going, but they're.
Oh, I do too, but I don't know if the chat's going to agree with what I have to say, but I'm going Scream versus Halloween 2018.
Now, Scream's another movie that surprised me more so, after I, started my venture into selling horror collectibles and stuff, because before that I had my idea, of what people like, and, but you really start to see when you're actually, seeing what the people want to purchase when it comes to their favorite horror franchise. I knew Scream was popular, but I didn't know how popular. It's got a nasty fan base. It is nasty. Make no mistake about it. And it's one that's kind of on the back burner for me. I love it's very similar to Nightmare on Elm Street, if you ask me. It's very similar in my opinion. I love that original, and then I just some in the franchise I like, some I could care less to ever see again. So, I'm going Halloween 2018 all day. That movie was absolute killer. So was the original Scream, but it just doesn't hold that. It can't hold up to a powerful Halloween to me. But fantastic movie.
Yeah, man. Like I do. I really enjoy Scream, but Halloween 2018, in my warped sense of thinking, rivals Halloween 78 for me. So I got to go with Halloween 2018. Now, Scream did something different, and they did it well. Wes Craven is a beast. It was a great movie, but it just, to me, I tend to cater more towards the Halloween side than the Scream side of things. So,
and I always want to give Scream its props because what it did for horror in the 90s was incredible because they busted out another horror icon in the slasher genre that was also still at the same time different. The setup was different, And it was at a time when we needed something like that. Horror was going kind of, it was sinking a little bit. And I feel like Scream really revived it. So I just always have to bring that up when I talk about Scream, because I guess it's something I don't want to go unnoticed. But I know you guys know all this, but it did that. So props to Scream. It was a fun movie, but it's no 2018 Halloween, man. in my opinion.
It's like, Scream is kind of like,
I don't know how this will go down. I don't.
Truth. Scream, they're just different, and you cater towards what you like. And it's just, you could say, this goes back to what I was saying originally. Either answer to me, it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. I can see that. I could definitely see it. For me, I'd go 18, but that's just because it's my preference.
And Lydia, that was her first introduction to horror. And she's not alone on that. I've heard a lot of people say that, around the 90s, when people, maybe up and coming weren't really watching the older Jasons and the Michaels and stuff. Their first introduction to a slasher was Ghostface and Scream. So, yeah, it's built a hell of a fan base, man.
Yeah, for sure. Sure. Clayton is saying, I love Scream. I love it, but come on, that's Michael we're talking about.
Exactly.
Tim is saying, I actually like Kills better than 2018, so I can't believe I'm going to do this, but Scream.
Okay. That's cool. That's a Kills fan there, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Wow. Tim, you need a flashback mask. You need a good flashback mask. Those are so sick. And that flashback scene was like you said it, Michael. Dude, that was one of the times, and it's rare for me, but I got goosebumps in the theater when we went back to 1978 and Kills. I just like, oh, dude.
So Scream is moving on. Lydia, I think you meant 18. Scream is moving on. It wins 9-6 over Halloween 2018.
Scream took it out. Daggone. Okay. Lydia, you got to be liking that one. Oh, wow. Does that shock you a little bit, Michael? It does me. Well, I don't know.
Not really.
Was it close? Do you guys know?
It was 9-7.
Okay.
Lydia keeps putting Kills up here, but it's 2018. So it's it was 9-7. So let me fix that. Good thing ours don't count, or we'd have another tie with no way to break it. All right. We are moving on.
All righty.
Friday the 13th, 2009 versus Halloween 1978. Friday the 13th, 2009 versus Halloween 78.
Okay. Let's see here. Hell, dude. Yeah. This
one was easy for me. It was Halloween. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the remake, but Trent's comedy will only take me so far.
Terry, Mad Mom, Mad Dad, H78. I love it, you guys. And I'm right there with them. It's 1978 now.
I would just love to see one Friday the 13th person.
I always love that. No matter
what, just one.
Say how ridiculous I think it might be. I love when someone just puts Slumber Party Massacre, man. That's the shit. Whatever. But Michael, you and I both are fans of the remake. It was solid. It was solid.
Yeah.
you know, I thought he looked killer. I've always loved Jared Padalecki. I think it was really cool that that he got. We were able to get him in a Friday movie. It was really cool. So there's memorable character, and that's something that needs to stay with the Friday the 13th. You need some of those Ethels, like the guy in the barn in the remake. Those just memorable characters.
Yeah.
I love that, but it felt like it felt like a Friday the 13th. But no, it's not going to go up against Halloween 1978.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
Jerry, stop it.
Here we go. Look at John coming through with Friday. That's what I'm talking about, man. That is what I'm talking about.
John's playing. He's playing. Kim's playing. I think they're playing.
Clayton said, Friday the 13th remake is my favorite Friday movie, so it's hard to say goodbye to it. But Michael is my boy, and Halloween came from the horror gods, so it's an automatic win.
Oh, that's awesome. Friday the remake is your favorite Friday. Wow. Okay. It's good. It's good. I haven't heard anybody say it's their favorite, so that is super cool. It is good.
Oh, yeah. Here's a good question. Is Supernatural considered horror?
It's not blasphemy to say that it is. It's not.
It's horror themed.
It's yeah, man. And if it's whatever you think it is as a person. If you watch that and you feel like I'm watching a horror movie and it's horror to you, then it's horror. It's not like you're saying is.
I mean, you got to think about it. It deals with demons.
Horror. Yeah.
It deals with, a lot of horror elements. So, I mean, yeah, I guess it would be considered horror light if that's a thing. You know what I mean? Like it is. It's made for TV horror.
Off.
Yeah.
You're not saying it's Willy Wonka a horror movie or, it's, yeah. And I know Mad Mom loves her Supernatural. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I like Supernatural.
Yeah, so do I. It's my jam.
But yeah,
Supernatural is my jam.
And it's right there. It's right there, kind of like with Walking Dead. Do I think Walking Dead's hardcore horror? No, but you're talking. There's walking zombies that are trying to kill you. It's. Yeah.
Oh, that's a catch. That's a catch. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. So it's playoffs. Playoffs. It's the playoffs. Sorry. Oh, it's not a catch. You
Supernatural should have been in this. But Mom, we're not doing TV shows. These are movies.
Yes.
These are movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're talking super, horror themed ish series,
I mean,
yeah, that's a juggernaut. Supernatural, Walking Dead, all that.
Halloween is won 12-2, so it moves on. Now you have Halloween Kills versus Scream. Yeah, I know, Tim. I saw it. I reacted to it in live action when they showed the replay. It did hit the ground. It's unfortunate. Halloween Kills versus Scream. Cast your votes for Halloween versus Scream.
Now I see John says the TV bracket. Yeah, TV bracket would be cool.
So what would be some of the things in a TV bracket? Like what shows? So you'd have things like Supernatural. You'd have The Walking Dead.
Hannibal.
What else? Hannibal.
Chucky.
Bates Motel.
Bates
you
was
could put
awesome.
that in there.
I loved Bates.
You said Hannibal, right?
Yeah.
Hannibal, yeah.
Chucky.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Chucky. Scream had a TV show, didn't it?
I enjoyed the Scream TV show.
That had one.
I enjoyed the Scream TV show. Also, I don't know if you ever saw the show Slasher. It was literally called Slasher. It was a TV series. If you haven't, Michael, check it out. I think it ran for 4 seasons.
Okay.
It's one of the same actors, but it's a different story each time, and real good, Michael. Slasher, that's a good one. That came out right around the same time as like the Scream series did. You've never seen the Scream series, Michael?
No.
Pretty solid. Pretty solid.
I've not.
Yeah, it was. And then you have. Oh,
I
sorry,
like Scream 1 and 2, but after that, it's kind of like, like I
didn't like 2. I could never get on board with everybody in this part 2. It's probably my least favorite.
I like Scream 2.
I know, and you're not alone. By any means. I don't know if I was missing something or.
I think Scream 2 was great up until like the reveal could have went a little better.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I really like Scream 2.
My second one after the original is 4. I really was.
I like 4 too. That's my 3. Yeah, that's my number 3.
Not almost like from after that. It was like 5 was okay. 5 was okay. 6 was okay until it took a dump at the end.
The more I see 6, the less I like it.
Does it get worse?
Yeah.
There was just I really was digging Ghostface with the pump action shotgun in the supermarket. That was just a really cool look for Ghostface. There were some things I was really digging in 6, but yeah.
I don't know if it got worse for me or if I'm just picking at it so hard that I've made myself not like it.
The things that you wish you could unsee, like now that you know that you're just really zoned in on them. Like
yeah.
I like the strobe lights in the on the subway and everything. I was digging that scene. It just took a dive like I've never seen a movie dive. Which was unfortunate, man. I was on board with it.
For Scream and Halloween Kills, which way would you go for this one? This is easy for me.
It's not for me.
I'd go the original Scream over Halloween Kills. Yes. And I love Halloween Kills.
I'll agree.
Don't get me wrong. Halloween Kills is every time it's been up, I have picked Halloween Kills at this point. And this is the one that I didn't think belonged in there. Like, if for me, like I thought that there were better movies,
And on this one, I'm almost contradicting myself from some of the things I say but this just tells you how much I watch Michael Myers. I still, in my opinion, I'm going to probably watch Halloween Kills more often than Scream. I'm still going with Scream, though. It's a better film. It's just a better movie. So I know I'm contradicting myself. These are close for me, but I'm going to go Scream, even though I would probably watch Halloween Kills more often.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying there? I know it's, I just don't get around to the Screams very often, but when I do, it's always the original. Or 4.
I agree.
Those are some celebs I'd like to see it, like the horror round or whatever. Rory Culkin, Emma Roberts, that'd be awesome. Get them 2 killers from 4 on a poster or something. That'd be cool. And the Farmigas, Patrick Wilson, that'd be awesome.
The Farmigas,
like Vera Farmiga, and then her is it her sister? That's Sister Irene. I think her name is like, we were just talking about that today. It was like Tisa or something like that. Tiesa.
on like a Conjuring poster or something?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because we were talking about Scream, and I was just like,
Oh, I went from Scream 4 and I started talking about celebrities. Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to get Vera's. I mean,
I would too.
That'd be freaking awesome. Get her and like Patrick Wilson to sign a Conjuring poster.
Oh yeah.
James Wan too. Why not?
Oh yeah.
Talking about things we want.
That'd be awesome. Be awesome.
Oh yeah. Some of this chat's making me laugh. I swear to God.
Yeah, there's her name. I don't know how to say that. Thaisa. I'd like to get her on a nun poster with Bonnie.
We're currently at 10-5 with Scream. Clayton is saying that it's razor close with these two, but Scream gets a slight edge.
That's right where I was.
James is saying, no way, Matt. You just stabbed Michael in the back. Boo.
Oh, man.
Have a good night, Teresa. Enjoy your vacation and be safe.
Yeah, love you, Mom. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, but believe me, there's plenty of Halloweens that I would put above Scream. So don't you worry there, James. I just can't do it with kills, man. I can't do it with kills.
I'm trying to think of like what Halloweens I would put above the original Scream. I'd put the original Halloween.
I'd put a lot.
2018, but that'd probably be it. Those would be the only two Halloweens that went above Scream for me. The original Scream.
Yeah, I'd put 18, Rob Zombie's Halloween, the original Halloween, 6, 4.
You'd put 6 above Scream? Halloween 6?
Yeah. Yeah. You know I love 6.
Above Scream? I didn't know you loved it that much.
Yeah. Yeah. And that'd probably be it for me. No, and 2. And Halloween 2. For sure. Of course, Ends, man.
No, you love it.
Corey,
you secretly watch it.
Corey.
Love it.
Dude, love Corey.
DJ is saying, has anyone thought of doing a fan film for the first 2 episodes of Freddy's Nightmare, the TV series from 1988? Dude, I couldn't remember what the first 2 episodes of that were, but I do remember watching that as a kid. I thought it was cool. It was like Freddy was like the crypt keeper from Tales from the Crypt for those stories. That's what I remember the most about them. But I haven't seen any of those since I was a kid. So
I've
puts
never
me at what,
seen
10?
any of those. I've never
puts me
seen
at like 10 years old.
I never know.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a weird Friday the 13th series too that like didn't have Jason involved?
Yeah, it was called Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
It was about a shop with like cursed items that were in it. Oh, I did miss your
I hate when they do
tallies.
stuff like that. It's like just call it something else. Don't let us think we got a Jason show coming up. Like I don't know.
And that's the only reason they did it too, was capitalize on the name.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
seriously.
but it's like, yeah, it's annoying, but oh well.
But
Good,
Scream has won 11-5. It has won, and it puts us in our finals. And these two going into the finals, Halloween 1978 versus the original Scream. Like, so
I'm not surprised we're here. I thought it was going to be.
I thought it was going to be Nightmare, but
I did too. Nightmare or Scream. I probably would have favored Nightmare. I thought maybe, yeah. But yeah, here we are.
You got to think of like Wes Craven had 2 movies in this final bracket.
Say
And
that
that's
again.
freaking awesome. Wes Craven had 2 movies in this final bracket.
Oh yeah.
That is freaking awesome.
Yeah, Wes Craven was an absolute monster.
This is kind of
I know where I'm going, ladies and gentlemen. I know where I am going.
yeah, I kind of pretty much
It's
gave
a
mine away when I said it.
landslide for me. It's a
We
land-
pretty much both gave it away when we said what were the movies we'd put above Scream, and we both said Halloween '78. So,
yeah,
man,
as if there was any doubt on my end here. But yeah.
it's a lot of people voting right now.
And what's cool is all these movies that we're talking about are all still ongoing. You know, we're gonna get another Scream. We're gonna get more Halloween. We're gonna get more Jason, and that's just awesome to think about. You know, it's they're endless, man. I really feel like they're going to be making these movies when I'm long and gone. It just tells you how impactful they were.
Sterling says, once again, I got to go with Scream. It reinvented the slasher subgenre while the others were going stale. It did.
Scream over the original Michael. Michael, hands down. Oh, I don't know what Lydia might be going with Scream, man. She loves her Scream. Scream. There it is. Okay.
Tim is saying without 78, he wouldn't have had the slasher genre.
Damn, that's a big statement.
That's a bold statement, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off for him.
That's a big statement. You know, because even myself, I actually have to give it up to. I got to give it up to old Anthony Perkins there as the first slasher. I got to go with the old Psycho.
What year did Peeping Tom come out? Wasn't that before?
Psycho?
Psycho?
I have no idea. I've never seen Peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom.
Is that a slasher?
It is a old movie that is considered a slasher. I couldn't tell you because I saw Peeping Tom in probably like 1983, the same night that I saw Psycho, which is another one. Psycho I own, so I guess that had a bigger impact.
I enjoy Psycho. I do. The Psycho was creepy, man. When he comes running out there dressed in, oh, dude, that's that.
Tim is saying Peeping Tom was the first slasher, and yes, Psycho was, but Halloween is what made the slasher genre because after Halloween, everyone wanted to make a Michael-like character. Example, Jason.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Black Christmas was before Halloween.
Yeah.
Melissa's saying the first horror movie I've ever seen was Halloween 1978.
That's awesome. What an introduction. Yeah, Val. 78 is Michael. I agree. Michael's the GOAT. In my opinion, Michael is the GOAT.
You almost said 78 was the GOAT, and then you thought about it. You're like, no, I like Rob Zombie's Halloween better than I like Halloween 1978.
I try. I know people aren't buying it, but I try to just put them together. But
no,
no. I mean, I just try to put them both as like a tie for me.
I want to know how close it is. Like, I'm freaking craziness. Either one of these wins, it's like I get it.
No, I don't get it. That's Halloween all day, man. Halloween all day. Scream, a couple kids in these cheap masks running around. Ain't gonna take out my boy. This is crazy talk. crazy, I tell you. James will never come back on the show. I'm done. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
And we are
wasn't I the one talking even earlier on saying how big the Scream fan base is? Make no mistake about it. Now I'm really eating my words here. Like, this can't be a tie.
Eric is saying, hot take, OG Michael isn't scary. I've said it many times before. If you told me it was a thriller instead of horror, I would believe you.
Wow. Okay, Eric. Okay.
Oh my God. I guess it makes a difference. Like when you watched Halloween, because I watched it as a small child and it scared the shit out of me when I watched it. Then again, I watched The Exorcist too, and that damaged me. Watching that so young.
I just was, when it came to this being scared, not much scared me, and the stuff that did it was weird stuff that I'm almost like embarrassed to say. It's just weird all the way around. Like, I'd watch a scary movie that freaked everybody out and I'm good, but then like you throw an Oompa Loompa at me, I'm like, no, dude, come on, you know. It's always that weird stuff, man.
I think that when you watch things like Halloween and Friday the 13th, I don't think that I watch them to be scared. You know what I mean? Like, there are a few things. Like, first time I saw Michael, was I scared? Yes. You know, I was a little kid. First time I saw Jason, was I scared? No. You know, first time I saw the tall man from Phantasm, was I scared? Yes. First time I saw The Exorcist, was I scared? Yes. Freddy, Jason, Michael became like the people I rooted for. Like, when you go to see a Batman movie, you know what I mean? Like, you want to see Batman kick some ass. Like, that was the reason I went to these. I don't think that I ever was like, I'm going to go see a Halloween movie because I want to be scared. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to go see the next Friday the 13th movie because it might be scary. It was more of like, that's my guy. I want to see my dude do some freaking damage. You know, like that. When it comes to that. Now, me, if I want to scare myself, I watch some paranormal type demonic shit, and that scares the shit out of me. Like, still to this day, like, if it's good, you know, it can be scary. When I watched The Conjuring the first time, I'm not gonna say that I was terrified, but it's like, that was kind of unnerving. Like, it had some moments, like, and it wasn't due to just like a loud sound that made me jump. Like, there, dude, the first time she looked up, oh my God, when she looked up on that that thing, what is that? The cupboard. Yeah, when she was up there, I was like, oh, that's unnerving.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't ever remember looking at Michael like, oh God, there he is. You know what I mean? Like, it just never registered with me like that.
Now, I did watch the first Nightmare on Elm Street fairly young, and that had some creepy moments for me. Specifically, Tina dragging down the hallway in the bloody body bag. I thought that was really creepy, and you know, the girl running in the hallway. I thought that whole scene was pretty unnerving. So, that one freaked me out a little bit. And I'm with you on The Conjuring. Even Annabelle Creations, I think, had some really creepy parts that were just done really well.
I think one thing about The Conjuring was I kind of went into it blind and didn't really know. Like, I knew it was a paranormal movie. You know what I mean? Like, I knew, hey, this is coming out. It should be kind of scary. Want to go check it out? It's like, yeah, let's go see it. I wasn't prepared for what I was about to see. Not that I didn't love it. I did. I think it's one of the, best horror movies in a very long time. I'd really have to think about, where I rank it all time.
Oh,
it's on the list. I guarantee it's on the freaking list for sure. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to slashers for me, I just don't really think, like, you look at Michael, you look at Jason, you look at Freddy, you look at Leatherface, you look at Chucky, you look at Ghostface. Like, none of those things have ever made me be like, oh my god, you know. Now, in the original Halloween, I did get that feel, like that one scene where she's fiddling with her keys, you know, looking for her keys to get into the door, and Michael's coming across the street. In the OG, I was just like, man, the tension is thick in this. Like, open the damn door. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, get in the house.
Yeah.
But I don't ever, you know, remember being a kid and, you know, being like, is that Michael standing in my corner? You know what I mean? Like, no. Like that didn't do it for me. Although Friday the 13th Part 3, that image of him looking out that damn window, you know, with no mask on, seeing as a little kid, kind of irked me. Like, seriously, it was just like,
that's actually to this date, I think it's the scariest Jason's look. I do. You know, all the blood all over his, and that smile is just that smile he has is just, it's unnerving as all get out, man. I'm right there with you on that, Michael.
When I talked about Friday the 13th last week with Peter Anthony, one thing I said about that scene in particular, it looks like in that scene, Jason, if he like touched you, you'd probably catch something. Like, yes, he was scary, but he looked dirty and he just like, God damn it, man. Like, I don't want him anywhere near me. Not, he'll kill me for one, but two, it's like if he grabbed my arm, like I'd wash that arm. You know what I mean? Like, I probably want some like sanitizer to rub on my arm because it's oh god, he was just bad. Yeah, he was just bad. DJ Plays Favorite saying, how about the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
Love it.
It's been a while since I've seen that one. It has definitely been a while. But I do remember liking it. That was the one in the barn, right?
There's a barn scene, yeah.
In the barn, like, yeah. I do
That's
remember
one of my favorite exorcism movies. I love The Exorcism of Emily Rose. It's done so well.
Bowler's saying Chucky and Gremlins always scared me as a kid.
Okay. I get it. With the first Chucky was creepy, especially if you're watching that, you know, 8, 9 years old or whatever, 10. Yeah. Now Gremlins never scared me, and it's been a long time since I've seen Gremlins. But I get it with Chucky. I get it.
It's funny because, you know, in the chat they're talking about Michael fighting Ghostface, and I only see it going one way if those two were to fight, and it's a way in a short that I put in my mod chat to where Michael just like throws him up against a sign. It was freaking hilarious. I'll have to try to find that short and show it to you, Matt. It's like a little reel, and it was just hilarious. It's supposed to be funny. But whenever I think of those two like confronting each other, that's all I really see.
That's not a fight, man. That's not going to be a fight, I don't think.
It's.
I'd love us to break. Go ahead, Michael.
Clayton is saying Tropic Thunder scared the shit out of me. Simple Jack still haunts my dreams. What's wrong with you, man? How did we get to Simple Jack? Oh, come on. Oh my god.
Dude, the flying monkeys in Wizard of Oz scared me. Honestly. That's the kind of stuff that's creeped me. But I had to be real young watching these, so.
Yeah, for me, it was the tall man in the first Phantasm. That was the one that scared me the most.
He's creepy.
Yeah.
He was I watched Phantasm for the first time like a year ago. Yeah, I know he creeped you out. You specifically even said when he puts the casket in the back, right? Like just manhandles that casket.
So it's funny, like remembering seeing that as a kid looked different in my memory than it did when I watched it later on. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, absolutely.
Like seeing it as a kid, I remember it looking different than it did when I saw it like 15 years later.
Right.
And it's funny because whenever I go back to remembering it, my mind goes back to when I was little and the way that I saw it then. as opposed to the way that I saw it when I was older. But still freaky. Just when I saw it when I was older, I was like, damn, like that wasn't as freaky as
Yeah.
you remember it being.
Oh,
But
dude, we can't talk about what scared you as a kid and not bring up. This is probably my number one. Would be Zelda, Pet Cemetery, dude.
I'm trying to think of what really scared me as a kid.
You remember her, right?
I do.
Oh, something about her. That's another one. She touches me, I'm watching that arm. Like, oh.
But you got to remember, I was older when I saw that. Like,
yeah, I was young watching.
Yeah.
That.
And I mean, it's going to have different,
Yeah, she creeps me out to this
impacts.
day, Zelda.
Well, I mean, you got to think like the way you see her is probably the way I see the tall man.
Man,
you know what I mean? Like that's the biggest thing. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying her name right. I think her name's Zelda. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Bowler's saying the Bills lost.
And like
I
when
mean, I guess that's better because they have a better chance of beating the Ravens, but I really wanted the Bills to win this one. It's unfortunate. Well, what can you do?
Yeah, when they first go into Zelda's room, it's even like the position where she's in. She's not like where you expect her, and you don't even see her right away. But she's like bent down, like facing away, like crouched down in that corner. Dude, everything about that scene, I'm just like, no.
Oh yeah.
Talk about shut a door quick. I'm good.
And there's a lot of like people talking about Halloween too, in the chat, and a lot of the kills that you guys were talking about in the chat, one that always gets to me from Halloween 2 that I really enjoyed was the hot tub scene kill. Where he puts her face in the hot tub, man, and it's just like burning. Like, dude, that is a bad way to die. Like, that is a bad freaking way to die.
That is a bad way to die. And I like how, he's even putting half his arm in there, but he could care less. It ain't bothering him a bit. That was badass. Because that's going to be burning him just as much. It's like, but dude, he's a beast. Yeah. That would be a terrible way to go.
Oh, yeah.
And then give you a break for a little bit and then just back down in there. It's like, oh, come on. Now you're just toying with me. On top of everything else. It's like,
you're saying another round of Tay-Tay and Kelsey. Lovely. I can't. That
I'm not even with you guys on all this.
Clayton is saying, or when he's in the boiler room with his eyes stabbed and still trying to slash Loomis and Lori.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, man. I didn't really find. First of all, here's what I thought. And I thought this at a young age. Like, man, that girl can really shoot that gun. Like, to hit 2 bullseyes like that. 2 shots.
Boy. It's an awesome ending. Like,
man, she could really. And then for him not to drop. Like, those are 2 direct shots going directly through, hitting, the brain on 2 different sides.
I'll even give it this. It's almost impressive as hell because that ending, let's face it, it makes no sense. Other than you're saying Michael's supernatural, and how accurate she was, and how just 2 little bloodstreams come down where half his mask would have been blown off, and it just makes no sense. But I love it. I love that ending, man. And when they go close up right after he's shot, he kind of puts his hand up and all that blood starts coming down. Like, I'm just like, pause it. It looks so good. And then, and then him swinging with the, I love that. That's one of the best Halloween endings I think ever. If not, I love it.
I really love the Halloween 2018 ending. That's the one I really liked. And I mean, don't get me wrong,
I love Part 2's ending.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the mission, like intimate. It's time, Michael, where they're right next to each other. Michael just kind of stops and pauses. And, boom!
The Michelin Man fire walk at the end of Halloween 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lydia, I saw you put the scores up there and I cannot find it. I'm looking through all this stuff here. And I cannot find the scores to put in.
Into the fire, my boy's still coming. That's right, man. That's probably my favorite ending in the franchise. And you're right, 18's a good one too. And that pause where the fire is going, he's just looking at her. That's awesome.
Yeah, like I feel like if it would have ended there, like if we would have never got a kills or an ends, I would have been okay with that.
No, you wouldn't, because you never get your firefighter scene or your flashback, Michael.
And yes, they were great, but you couldn't end it on kills. I mean, what kind of ending would that be?
No.
Right?
No. Yeah.
So then you almost have to have ends. So like, would I sacrifice a firefighter scene and a flashback scene that I really enjoy for the ending to be that? Yes, I would. 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
It was slick, and I even like how they pan off and they show the little mini house diorama and how that's starting to burn as well. You know what I'm talking about? That's cool as shit too. I do want to take this time for those of you out there who love collections and collectibles. This past weekend, I did a full video room tour of my collection at its current state, where I go through everything. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll let you know. We'll be posting that up on YouTube pretty soon. I'll let you guys know, and you can kind of go and check out what I've got going on here. And if there's any questions you have or something that you want to know more about, let me know. It's probably going to be titled something simple, Mad Matt's Private Room Collection Tour 2024. But yeah, I wanted to let you guys know that. Hopefully you can go check that out. It's fun stuff. I love looking at other collection videos, and that's where I get a lot of my ideas of how to display things and stuff. So yeah, we'll let you guys know that that'll be coming soon. So
cool. Coolness. Let's see. DJ is saying, will you ever consider doing a TV movie tourney? Maybe, DJ. I think I'm going to take a little break from the tourney because we just did 8 weeks back to back of the tournament. But in the future, if that's something that a lot of you guys would like to see, I wouldn't be opposed to looking at it. Sure.
I'll be down, and he's actually the second or third person to bring that up. So yeah, I'd be down.
Clayton is saying the scene in 18 when Michael was surrounded by fire and yet is still looking back at the girls, not moving an inch, is maybe the scariest ending. The eyes of evil always looking back at you. Yeah, dude, he just stood there like burning, like nothing, like no. It
wasn't looking for a water bucket or wasn't doing the stop, drop, and roll maneuver. You know, he really should have been doing something.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I did too. Could you see Michael doing the stop, drop, and roll? Hold on, I got this.
Or he'll finally just be like, "You bitch!" Like seriously, bitch. I hate you so much.
You suck,
every bit of it. But man, this was cool, dude. It was fun to do the finals. It was fun to hang out with everybody, and getting through this tournament. Man, 8 weeks of movie tournament. That's crazy. That was fun, man. So we did have the final being, Halloween 1978. Okay. Barely. It was 8-7 over Scream. So it was close, and that was, and it makes me wonder,
well, and both you and I had Halloween as well.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. But that's not to say that there weren't 2 people here that are usually here that might have voted for Scream. You know what I mean? So like it's close. Like Wayne wasn't here tonight. he's back at work and everything, so he's not going to be able to hang out as late because of the time difference in Australia. Just a couple people that weren't here that it could have been Scream.
I feel
easily.
the Scream fans should be happy with that. They're probably not, but I'm just saying. I mean, going that neck and neck with Halloween is impressive, no matter what.
Oh, definitely.
I'm glad it's Halloween, but
yeah. But if you are interested, tomorrow at 8 p.m. we will be wrapping up. Well, I would say conclusion, but it's not conclusion because there are more movies coming out. They're just not out yet. But we are going to watch the next installment of the Horrorverse with Aaron Carlson and Chuck Lawson. They'll be back from CCC Entertainment. Try saying that fast. CCC Entertainment to watch that with us. And it's called Jason Voorhees, the movie that they put out. It's like Awaken the Darkness or something like that. A movie that's coming out that is going to continue the Horrorverse that we built up a couple weeks ago. They'll be back to watch that tomorrow. So if you are interested, that's at 8 p.m. on the channel tomorrow. Eric from the Bearded Entertainment will be joining me along with Aaron and Chuck, and it will be a fun night. So check that out tomorrow. If you do want to support the channel outside of YouTube, you can do so at www.patreon.com/moviesandbeyond. You can do that to support the channel. And I want to thank all of you guys. This was fun tonight. I had a blast. Unfortunately, the Bills won. I kind of want to see somebody different this year. But what can you do? Matt, I want to thank you for being here as always on Sundays. We'll get together here soon and get next week's show lined out, see what we're going to do. But hell yeah, man. Another great show, another great Sunday with another great bunch of horror people for sure.
Pleasure's all mine.
Sure.
I want to say one thing before we head out, Michael, if you don't mind, because I don't feel like I say enough to help support the channel. One thing I thought about is just to remind you guys that when Michael does get those thumbnails up, the sooner you can, hit that like button on there and jump on that, the better. I know that'll help out a ton. So just want to throw a reminder out there, guys, that'll help out a ton. And this was a blast, Michael. It's always my pleasure, buddy. Thank you for having me. Halloween, man. Halloween. I love it. I feel good. And yeah, man, we'll talk. And I can't wait to be back, man. Love you guys.
All right. With that being said, we will see you guys next week. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker. Hey.